Good evening, sir. Smiths. My topic is all about functions of big structures of Lupon. We have two types of functions of structures of Lupon, which is administrative supervisions and monthly Lupon meetings. First is administrative supervisions. Refers to the oversight provided by the punong barangay or barangay captain over the Lupon tagapamayapa. This ensures that all members perform their duties properly, cases are handled fairly, and decisions comply with existing laws. Supervisions also involve guiding Lupon members on procedures, monitoring their attendance and performance, and validating resolutions. Ang administrative supervisions mao ang padayon nga pag-atiman o pag-monitor sa punong barangay aron mulihok ang og tarong ang mga Lupon members. In other ways, bantayan ang performance sa mga Lupon members o i-guide ang mga membro sa saktong proseso, pamagi o pamalaod sa katarungang pambarangay. Two is monthly Lupon meetings are regular gathering of the Lupon members to discuss pending cases, review previous dispute resolutions, plan for community peace initiatives, and maintain proper records. These meetings also provide an opportunity for members to receive updates on legal guidelines, share experience, and improve coordinations within the barangay. Ang monthly Lupon meetings is discuss ang mga bagong kaso or i-review ang mga daan nga kaso o i-update ang mga membro sa bagong guidelines o balaod. Magtinabangay ang mga membro aron mas maayong koordinasyon sa barangay. My takeaways: administrative supervisions ensure fairness, accountability, and proper performance of duties. Monthly meetings allow systematic review of cases, planning, coordinations among members. Both practices are essential for maintaining peace, order, and effective community governance. My conclusions: administrative supervisions and monthly Lupon meetings are integral to effective functional of the Lupon tagapamayapa. Supervisions guarantees that processes are legal and impartial, while regular meetings facilitate coordinations, documentations, and proactive conflict management. Together, they enhance the barangay's capacity to resolve these disputes and promote a peaceful community environment. My recommendations: conduct regular training for Lupon members para ma-improve ang ilang skills and conflict resolutions. Ensure strict documentations of cases and resolutions during meeting for transparency. Encourage active participations of all Lupon members and community representative in monthly meetings. I-review po of update procedures periodically to align with current laws and best practices. Akong reference makita sa Republic Act No. 7160, Local Government Code of the Philippines. That's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is James Brian Z. Tabutabo, Grade 14, and I'm here to present and report the topic entitled Lupon Duties. And this is the topic or scope of presentation: the rule and specific duties of the Lupon under Barangay Justice System, and main duties such as mediation, conciliation, and arbitration. These are the liaison objectives At the end of the presentation or video, we should be able to describe what the Lupon Barangay as chairman or chairperson. Explain why Lupon proceedings are required before some cases can be filed in court. And so we should discuss it. In this discussion, these are the main duties of Lupon and why proceedings are required. 1. Duty of Lupon is to promote amicable settlement. Means that the Lupon must encourage parties to settle dispute through mediation and conciliation to avoid formal court cases and reduce case backlogs. When we say backlogs, kining mga uncompleted work. 2. Duty to conduct mediation conferences means that the punong barangay or Lupon member calls the parties and explain the process and facilitates dialogue in a neutral and confidential setting. Third, duty to record and document settlements means that the Lupon must write settlements or arbitration award must be prepared, signed by the parties, and recorded. These documents can be enforced like a court judgment if voluntarily accepted. Fourth, duty to observe jurisdiction and legal limits means that the Lupons handle specified civil and minor criminal disputes between barangay residents, but it cannot hear cases involving serious offenses. Lastly, administrative duties of punong barangay as Lupon chair, recruit and appoint Lupon members, supervise their activities, schedule hearing, ensure facilities and logistic support, and coordinate with higher authorities. These are takeaways of this topic. The Lupon is a frontliner mechanism for quick, inexpensive, and community-based dispute resolution using Filipino values like pakikipagkapwa and bayanihan. So, effective performance of Lupon duties reduce court congestion and promote peace and order at the barangay level. These are also the conclusion. When the Lupon diligently mediate, conciliates, and document settlements, many conflicts are resolved early and resolution in the community are preserved. Strong leadership from the punong barangay and active participation of well-respected Lupon members are crucial for a functional barangay justice system. And for the recommendation, a regular training for Lupon members on mediation skills, laws, and documentation to ensure fair and efficient proceedings. Second, use the Lupon process first for eligible dispute to save time and money and to help maintain peace in the barangay. Third, provide continuous technical and financial support to improve Lupon facilities and monitoring. And lastly, these are the references where I get the ideas or topics that I explained to you. So that's all. Thank you and God bless.
Exchange of Ideas Forum. The Lupon Taga Pamayapa is created in every barangay under the Katarungan Pambarangay Law. The primary function of the Lupon is to settle disputes amicably at the barangay level to promote peace and harmony. It handles cases with its jurisdiction through mediation, conciliation, and arbitration. helping parties reach a voluntary agreement without going to court. Example, is the Lupon Tagapamayapa is effective in resolving barangay disputes? Students take turns giving opinions, reacting to others' ideas, and suggesting improvements. In simple terms, it is a group of discussion where people talk, listen, and learn from each other ideas. Key features: participants express their view freely, others respond, agree, disagree, or add ideas. Focus is on understanding different perspectives, not debating to win. Encourage critical thinking and communication skills.